let's go ahead and get this ball rolling. Geez,
Sweet.
lots to talk about. Hopefully we got a good crew. Obviously, Bryan here. We've got Sean as usual. Special guest
What up?
Nick, always coming on.
Hello, hello.
And hopefully be having Chris hop on with us shortly. But yeah, lots that we wanted to talk about. Actually, both leagues got topics to try to discuss. But I think
Dude, what's crazy? What's crazy? Today is literally 1 month to the day until at least our redraft draft date.
That's a good point.
Of August 22nd. That's fucking crazy that we're 30 days away.
That's weird. Yeah, that is. I didn't even notice that. Man, it's sneaking up on us. Like before we even realize it's already going to be here. I'm trying to think. So because we got a lot to cover and we want to try to not make this like a fucking 2+ hour podcast. Let's see if we can't get through this. Now, Sean was kind enough to put together that little poll that everybody was actually filled on out. Everybody responded to it. That's fucking awesome. And for the most part, it seemed like a lot of people, we were all like on the same page about a lot of things. But there are some things where it does look like it is pretty damn split. So there'll be some good things to talk about.
We can go through just the results so everybody knows kind of how it shook out. And that'll give us some good talking points because some of it is like there's a large consensus for a lot of the dynasty stuff, but there are a couple categories that we'll have to discuss and make some decisions on, but it'll at least out of this episode, we'll have a much stronger gist of like what we're doing with our Dynasty League. So that'll be exciting.
Yeah. And since it is the start, we're getting started with the new season, I guess I'll go ahead and do a little vaping to get started off, get my annual coughs out of the way. Anybody else having I don't know, agua, some water, or maybe a little treat. Sean, you're up in Clear Lake, right? So how's everything
I'm up in
up
Clear Lake. It's cool, man. It's nice and mild. It's in the mid 80s today, which is pretty rare. Usually it's like 100 up here. So just me and the dog up here till tomorrow, and doing a little cleaning and organizing up here, doing a little swimming with the dog up here, and then I'm chilling on a beer, having a Trumer Pilsner right now.
Okay,
Nick,
nice.
I saw you had a little beverage snack.
Yeah, I'm drinking my Corona with my vape pen. I'm also indulging, but Sean, you got the perfect little Dexter hideout out there, just saran wrapping those bodies and just pushing them into the lake.
Yeah,
but
this is where you come when you need to shed all of the dirty sins that you've been carrying from the big city.
Oh, I believe it. Yeah, I bet there's other people that are doing that too.
Let's just say the lake is big and the lake is deep. The lake holds it all and takes it off your chest.
All secrets.
And I'm talking about that. I just want to pitch this movie I watched on Netflix last night. It's called Thrash, and when the water goes into the houses and all the sharks come, and it's really cool actually.
Oh, I think I might have seen some of that movie where there's like a torrential rainstorm flood and it starts like flooding this town, like an East Coast town or something, and then like all these sharks start coming in.
Yeah, it's really cool. And I'm thinking about that as you're at Clear Lake there, so just careful in the water.
Well, it is a contained lake with no sharks and
I would hope that's what I was thinking of. I would hope there aren't any.
Other than that, it is it is
mountain
very
lake.
Similar.
Well, I don't know. Maybe
monster
bass or something. Well, okay. So Sean.
Yeah, while you're doing that, and then just kind of wrap up agenda-wise. So we got the Dynasty stuff we'll talk about. And then if we have time too, since I'm commissioner for the redraft league this year, I can share some of the scoring changes that I feel pretty good about, and then like 1 or 2 ideas that I'm still just kind of tossing around, and also see what people think.
No, that sounds perfect. And maybe also get into the actual draft day itself. Maybe some other topics about trying to finalize. I mean, this survey I'm hoping is gonna take care of a lot of that. But trying to get our dynasty rules down, the actual draft settings, and like the draft time, because I think Nick, I think you and I were talking about this, right? That we were hoping that, obviously if we're having the rookie draft on draft day on the 22nd, that we would have already done the dynasty draft. So that would be maybe like a week or, possibly 2 before. And that's coming up soon.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. I don't know if Chris mentioned, was the one who brought that idea up, but having the rookie separated so that in future years we can just do both of those the same day.
Yeah, exactly. That would be totally. I'm totally down for that.
That seems the way to do it. And because it'll be a remote draft, like we'll have more flexibility for time of like weekdays, not just like a weekend thing like we have to do with our other league.
Yeah. Well, I guess maybe this is a good time to just go ahead and start getting through this survey for the Dynasty League. Sean, did you want to, since you put this all together, and again, thank you very much for doing that, and thank you for everybody participating. Do you want to go ahead and start going through the questions and answers?
Yeah.
Oh wait, before you do that, I have a confession that I have to admit.
Perfect.
So we're watching the World Cup, and I think Sean, you said, "Oh yeah, everyone submitted the draft survey. Thank you guys. You guys are so committed," or whatever. And then John actually called me out. I did do it twice, maybe 3 times.
What the hell?
So I don't know if you are seeing who submitted what, but that was
I think
totally
they have
true.
the thing where it says the individuals.
No, I didn't turn that. I didn't realize you could turn that setting on, and it's too late after the polls are open.
Okay.
There's like a setting where you can make it so you can only submit 1 per, and then another setting where you can see who's actually submitting, but I didn't do that. I figured that we had more honest people in the league, but apparently not.
No, I was testing. The first one was kind of a test, but I filled it out legitimately. So my answers were doubled. So take that with a grain of salt.
Well, so then that means that there is 1 person that didn't vote.
Is that John then?
There's only 10 submissions. God damn it.
He might be emotionally available now, though, so he could do it.
Well,
I didn't realize that England was playing the World Cup. I forgot that game was that day.
Dude, that sucks, man. I think actually, in all honesty, I think England probably should have gone. They seemed to me like they were actually the best team this year. I don't know, but anyway.
Well, if it was John or whoever that didn't end up voting, then the polls are closed and we're rolling with what we have.
Shit out of luck.
Polls are closed.
Polls are closed.
Okay, yeah.
Hey,
so,
what's up, guys?
shit.
What's up, Chris?
Oh shit, dude! You made it just in time before we actually got on any topics.
Nice.
Let me just make sure volume settings are all kind of the same. They're pretty close. Chris, you're a little bit low. I'm gonna just turn you up just a hair. Okay.
Turn my speakers up.
There we go.
Dang, you sound pretty loud.
Okay. All right. Okay, cool. So, yeah, Sean, let's go ahead. Take it away with the survey.
All right. So the first one was just, do we want to keep our scoring settings pretty much the same or similar to how we do our redraft? And 9 out of 10 people said yes. The only person that didn't say yeah just said, I don't really care. Set it up however you think's best. So
okay.
We'll have similar, PPR, similar settings to our redraft league. So
and including all those extra little things like the obviously the PPR, but like the don't we have stuff for like first down and
yeah.
Bonuses and stuff. I mean,
maybe we can clean up the bonuses.
That's like spoiler alert for when I go over our redraft settings. Like that's pretty much most only what I did was just try to like clean some things up and like nerf the defenses and just a couple little tweaks here and there. So nothing crazy.
Did we have actually? Now that I'm thinking about it, did we have the defense question in the survey?
We do, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, we do. Wow, I can't believe the result. I'm just looking at that. I can't believe the results for that. Okay, this is going to be interesting.
Pretty split. So 50% said no defense at all, just pure offense only. 20% said I don't care, whatever you want. Team defense with one IDP. Let's see. Oh no, one person said one team defense, and then two people said one IDP. So what I was thinking is whenever there is a I don't care, whatever y'all want, I think that should just tack on to whatever was like the majority most voted for category.
Yeah, I agree. So in this case, since here we are the fucking the group of the commissions, the mafia commission. Are we just gonna say that it's gonna be 60% that one carries no goddamn defenses?
That's to me that seems to be the fair way to do it, or like the most like statistically logical way to do it.
Yeah,
it makes more sense statistically because both of my votes for the one IDP, so that's just me.
Are you serious?
Wow, now you're finally being honest.
Oh my God.
Yep.
I was going to ask if anybody was on any of those. Oh.
Okay, well there you go. That locks it up. So we'll have no defenses. It'll just be all offense.
Cool.
The one we skipped over was just like the roster spots for starting offensive, and it was 80% of the people were down with the one QB, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, 2 flex, and 1 tight end.
Nick, did you say like you had other roster ideas?
No.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's hard to remember the very first answers I did. But I remember
this is where it's a problem. Like you can't be having multiple answers.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, all right. And then there was the question about benches. What do people prefer? This one was fairly split around as well, but 50% said 10 bench spots.
Mm.
And then the next closest was 3 people said 8 bench spots. And then there was one person that said, I don't care. And one person that said 12 bench spots. So 10 bench spots is the majority there.
Okay.
The winner?
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool with that.
Split right in the middle. So I guess that seems pretty appropriate. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. And then taxi squads, 50% said 4 taxi spots. 3 people said 5 taxi spots, and 2 people said they don't care. So I think that leaves us with doing 4 taxi spots.
I know where I voted. I'm pretty sure I did actually vote 5. But again, this was kind of just with the idea of having more picks, I guess, was the idea. You know.
Yeah, like the taxi spots just kind of relates to like more how many are in the supplemental drafts.
Right.
So like we'll do 4 rounds.
Okay. Yeah, and I think that's totally fine. It feels it gives enough flexibility. Maybe I'm just greedy and I just want as many picks as possible.
I have to say though, I think the taxis are a lock when the season starts. Like don't think you can move. So like if you pick Jeremiah Love, like he's obviously not going on your taxi. He's going in your bench or in your lineup. So then those people with the high picks are going to get more rookies off the waiver, and I that's just adds to the superpower of that, those first overall picks of the rookie draft, like how valuable those are.
Nick, do you play like Dynasty where you can like promote from your taxi squad mid-season?
Yeah, you can move them anytime, but people can't go back to that. That taxi spot is done. Like once
Oh.
you take that taxi guy off the taxi, then you can no longer use that taxi spot. It's done for the season.
Oh, you can't go to waivers and get a
Right.
new
Yeah,
rookie and throw him
that's
into
interesting.
that taxi
So
spot?
wait, Chris, is
Right.
that how you guys do it in yours?
No, you can add to it like mid-season if you like promote like say like I drafted Jeremiah Love, and then I would definitely start him on my taxi squad. I wouldn't like put him on the bench.
But then
and
if you
just let
promoted him,
cook,
yeah,
and then like be like, all right, cool, he is the real deal. Then I would fucking promote him,
and then you could
I could
fill
go
that
get another
spot.
backfill
Okay.
that with the rookie.
Which I actually
Yeah,
do
so-
kind of like a little bit better, but I mean,
I do too. I feel like I do.
I think that's a huge factor that we should ask people because like it really changes how you prepared you are before the season. So if you have to backfill that spot in the before the season, and then you kind of like, okay, these are my lottery tickets that I'm holding throughout the season, and if your lottery ticket hits, you take him off, and then you can still pick up rookies from the waiver. They just can't go to that taxi spot, and so it kind of like burns your taxi spots throughout the season and kind of automatically clears them for the draft. If you plan on using them. So otherwise, they're guaranteed going to be full before the draft, and then every season you're going to have to make just a lot more decisions.
Like I understand that idea about when we're carrying the rookies over from the previous year, that obviously they're staying on the Well, so again, they don't.
That's another thing that goes in another question. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
You're right. That is like the next question I think on our on the survey.
Oh right. We do at least can answer that. So how long can a rookie stay on your taxi squad? The short answer is the majority voted for just their rookie year.
Okay.
Yeah. So half the league voted for that, and then there was one person that said, I don't care, so we'll bring that in. 3 people said rookie plus 2 years, and one person said rookie plus 1 year. So
I'm pretty sure I was one of the ones that said rookie. I think either plus 1 or plus 2. That one I can't 100% remember, but I
definitely did plus 2.
Plus 2, okay.
Yeah.
So Chris, I mean, it sounds like we'll probably just end up going with the majority, but like, what is the thinking behind the idea of keeping a rookie who is now a second-year veteran or something on a taxi? Is it just the idea that you have more bench spots available? They're not fully ready to be promoted, or what's the thinking?
Well, I mean, I just think it'll definitely kind of, have like a different mindset for going into the rookie draft than then like I can go ahead and keep this guy on my taxi squad for up to 3 total years or like 2 total years. I basically have to like just get rid of him after I draft, knowing that I have to get rid of this.
Right. Yeah. It's like you're shit or get off the pot pretty quickly.
Yeah, there's not like a whole lot of like lifespan like to the taxi. It's just more like, I guess you get first crack at the rookie lottery tickets, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, that's
it's gonna definitely. I think it'll just be interesting to see how people weigh the rookies going into like with that in mind, that they can only keep them on their taxi squad for their rookie season.
Huh.
So.
Well, yeah, I mean, none of these rules are, full on set in stone for every single year from, for the history of this league. So this can all these things can be readjusted as we get more experience. I mean, because right now I feel like a lot of the decisions being made were, just kind of taking, Nick and Chris's feedback on this, and it sounds like both of your guys' leagues are slightly, different in a lot of places. So it's interesting to hear the different perspectives and the the philosophy behind the thinking for all that. So
and it doesn't seem like there's no right way or wrong way. It's literally just like different strategies based on what your settings are.
2 QBs sounds like the wrong way to me, but for other than that, I completely agree. So just to sum up, because these kind of two were a little bit mingled together. So we're saying 4 taxi spots for this season, this first time around, and we're also saying that for this first year, this is going to be the only year that you can have these particular rookies or keep them in the taxi. Otherwise, they have to be promoted or dropped the next year.
Well, we're saying that like that's just our rule indefinitely. We're not saying like just for this year, here's the rule. Like, I don't know. That feels like you're setting the precedent that like, let's just revisit these every year and see.
Well, I don't think we should revisit. I don't think everything should be revisited every year, but I definitely think if there are, different ways to go about it, if this, if some way that we end up setting up this particular, this very first season that we're doing, if it's not behaving the way we want to, like the waiver wire isn't as active as we would want it to be, or people aren't, using trades the way that we wanted, if we think it has something to do with a particular way that we've structured it, then, I would think that's totally okay to, talk about, adjusting. I definitely don't think we should do a year to year thing like we do in our redraft.
No.
But just the idea of refining the league to get it, to behave exactly, the way that everybody, would want it to go.
I get what you're saying. It kind of gets into semantics a little bit, but I also feel like I would be very careful about us trying not to get too cute with making adjustments, because then it has like the downstream effects of like, well, I probably wouldn't have drafted the way I did with my rookies last year if I knew that we were going to make this change, a year or two from now. So it's almost kind of like you just gotta roll with what it is, and just you adjust your strategy based on how the league is set up. I mean, I guess if something is like super egregious, like after some amount of time, we're like, holy shit, like this one thing is like really kind of a bummer. Like maybe we could change that, but I don't know. It seems tough to make changes when you've already like drafted people according to how the league was set up.
Right.
So I don't know. It's good food for thought, though.
No, I definitely think maybe this is one of those things where we need more input. So if you guys made it this far, hopefully you did. Throw in your guys' 2 cents. I don't know. I don't actually know, other than Nick and other than Nick and Chris, I don't know if there is anybody else that has been actively doing a Dynasty League.
I'm still not sure.
Nate, come on to the podcast. We know you've done a Dynasty. We need
hear some of your perspective.
You have to do it before we start. Just what
we're putting a lot of pressure on Chris and Nick here, because they've done the Dynasties before.
Yeah.
So I've updated those survey results and the.
Oh, sick! Thanks for doing that.
Yeah, just so we don't have to take notes.
Yeah. Okay. So let's keep going with. There's a few more results. I'm going to skip over the draft one first, because that's going to be the one that we're going to need to spend some time talking about. Okay. But the other ones are already pretty straightforward. So our buy-in amount, 70% said $50. So it'll be a $50 annual buy-in. And as far as the payout structure, 80% said second place gets their money back and first place gets the rest.
Yeah.
So just the top two.
Those are awesome.
And that's it. And then the only other one is, how should we do the draft? That one we should talk about, if you guys are ready to talk about that.
Yeah. So this is interesting, because I honestly kind of feel like I strongly disagree with the majority.
Well, here's the thing. Technically there's no majority. So I kind of had to review this one a couple times, and here's what I saw. So 50%, 5 people said 1 day snake over a few hours. So just knock it out pretty quick in 1 day.
Mm-hmm.
Then 40% 4 people said the multi-day draft where each pick gets a couple hours. And then there's the one person who said something else. I'll propose it at the end. If you look at what that person said,
that must be the remote auction.
The remote auction might be tough to pull off, but would be more fun than snake. Then they said snake over a couple days is the easiest, which that comment makes it so now it's a 50-50 split between a 1 day snake and a multi-day snake.
Confession, I voted for a 1 day twice.
Okay.
Oh, you did?
Wait. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. You just said that you voted for a 1 day twice?
I think so. But I want to change my answer. I think just personally experienced, just for different reasons, the overtime I think I get more excited because it lasts longer and it's easier to just think about my team slowly instead of like focusing 100 of my thought about my whole team. So I've been thinking about that, and I would change my vote if we had to revote.
I'm just gonna say because it's a little wishy-washy, but it just appears to me like we have a 50-50 split on this decision, and we're probably just gonna have to make a call here, and like we can't do another poll and get the same results, you know.
My personal opinion, since this is like Nick confessional right now, like hey, spilling all the beans. The fact that you voted twice, I feel like that already cuts out one of those votes. And in all honesty, I think I really do agree with that one comment about the snake over a couple of days is going to be easiest. Because I feel like, to me, since we're not like 100% sure on the actual like exact date that this auction would be happening, splitting it up over a couple of days seems like a lot easier for, and especially if we would be doing something where we're giving people like a couple hours or something, it's like throughout the day, it's just kind of something that you randomly will have to check in and, maybe spend a tiny little bit of time making your decision, and then you move on and you won't have to deal with it again for a while. Like, I don't know. So Chris, Nick, when you guys do your first one, did you both do multi-day drafts, or did you guys actually do just one massive draft to knock it out?
In multi.
I did a 1 day.
Oh shit. Oh, Chris, what's your opinion about the 1 day? Did you like it or no?
I mean, it was just like a regular draft.
So it
extra.
Take a few.
How long do you remember how long it's been? I know it's been years, but it just seems like it would be,
for that size
4
draft
hours
too,
or something like that.
Like with fucking like the amount of offensive players that we have, like whatever, like I mean we're deciding on 8 bench spots, but I think you said yours was like 10, right?
Spots.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean my league was a little different because like it started out as an 8-team league. Then expanded to a 10-team.
That makes it different.
So then we had to like readjust the roster settings and stuff.
Right.
So, but it didn't take that long. Like it just took like the normal like draft time going through like the the bench spots and stuff.
Did anyone leave early so that it auto drafted the rest of the players?
No.
Okay.
Nobody did that?
Well, that's good.
No.
I'm just worried about the idea of exactly kind of like what Nick's hinting at, is like somebody dropping out because they can't, we've got people in this league with
flights or monster truck shows.
Monster truck rallies. I mean, we got people with kids and stuff like that. Like, so the idea of, blocking off like such a large section of the day, just to be, and I feel if it's a 1 day snake, like you're really going to have to pay attention because this is the draft of all drafts. Like this is going to determine how these first few years are going to go.
Yeah.
So here, I have.
Not necessarily.
What do you mean, not necessarily?
I mean, like, it just encourages trading.
It's just because you just had such a shitty draft.
I mean, yeah, like if you say like you draft your team and you don't like it like the next day, like, which is definitely bound to happen. You're not gonna like love your team like in the beginning. Like, it's just you're like, think of it as like you get like this big ball of clay, you know, and you gotta like shape it and like
mold it,
make it into like a superstar team that they have by like trading. You're not gonna like draft like this guy thinking like, oh, I'm gonna keep him for the next 5 years.
Who knows?
You
I
know?
I feel like the clay that you are molding right now, Chris, is in the shape of Drake May. But maybe I'm wrong about that.
Well, I already have Drake May and my dynasty.
In one of your other dynasties, okay. Well, yeah, so here, maybe since if this decision is going to have to fall on us, and we're looking at ourselves like the Mafia Commission, the guys who put this all together. Let's just go through this really quick. I know I voted for a multi-day. Sean, what about you?
To be honest, I can't remember what I voted for.
Okay, so if you had to vote again today, right now, what would you say?
I would vote for a single day and just knock it out.
Ooh, wow. Okay. Nick, what about you?
Same.
Multi.
Oh, wow.
Damn it.
So we're
Why does there have to be an even number?
Where's my dice?
Poll, I guess.
What if I'm trying to think of like an idea, it might not work, but an idea where like we try first to see if everybody can get down and to like agree on a particular day that we can carve out several hours. And if we can, then awesome. But if it's seeming like that's just not really going to be possible, then we just do multi-day as our like backup defaults at that point.
So would we be thinking about
that's a great idea, because you know, even if it's only like one or two people and they're like, you know, I can't for so much time, that really just messes everything up.
We can't have an auto
draft.
Right.
Have that.
Like no auto draft.
Yeah, like you can't even auto draft like half the time. So if like everyone cannot do that, then I think it's more than just like majority say and you push it, you know?
Because I do think they're like thinking about like the fun of it too. Like it is kind of fun when everybody's all there at the same time, because then there's like the chat and stuff that's going off. But it'll be much more independent, you know, when drafts are spread out over hours and days. So I think it'd be fun if we could knock it out in one day and enjoy that drafting experience. But yeah, if it's just not seeming possible, then all right, fuck it. We'll just do a multi-day and we'll just have to do that.
So what if we do this? Since we're all split, but we are thinking that, you know, it's good to reach out and just to even see if a one day would be possible. Can we do something like where we would do another quick survey, but like a one question survey where it's like, if we decide to do a 1 day draft, you know, would you be available to do this for, you know, however many hours that it would take? And if so, which day, you know, works best? Is this a weekday, you know, and, you know, after work, or is this, you know, on the weekend, or what? Do you think like this would be like, that's something we should do?
I think we might have to do that, because I just can't like visualize another scenario where somehow it's just like a text conversation and it's like, hey, everybody, are you guys available on this day or that day? Like that seems too much to do in a text conversation. But yeah, trying to use some kind of more survey thing where we know what each person's response is, like that seems a little easier to manage.
And again, the choice was a multi-day. For the second choice was a multi-day draft where each pick gets a couple hours. And you had made a comment, Sean, we do it during the day, turn it off overnight, and then pick it back up the following day. Nick, when you do yours, how many days does that actually go for?
It just depends. I mean, I bet ours would go really quick because people would be into it. But it could last like 2 or 3 days, especially if your window, like, are we doing this after work or are we doing it on the weekend? Because the weekend would just the clock would run. It would like have the whole time. If we did it during the workday, then the hours are limited, so that also is a huge factor on when you choose.
So here's another question about the multi-day one and the couple hours. And this is something I don't think I've gotten clearly answered. So let's just say, hypothetically, we set it up for the multi-day draft, and each person gets 2 hours, all right? And the order is going to be me first, then Sean, or, whatever. Draft starts, I make my pick immediately, like right when the clock ticks. Does that mean it will go for the full 2 hours or however long that we set each pick time for? Or does that mean that Sean's 2 hours would start right away?
No, it's after your pick is done, the 2 hour window starts, and you get a notification that you're on deck. So you get a text that says, you're up next to pick. Somebody's picking right now. And then it will say, you get another text, it's your pick. Then you go and you pick, and then the clock resets for 2 hours. It's the next person. And it just goes until you set the window. It's 5 p.m., shut the draft down. Whoever's picking next, opens it up. Basically.
Wait, that didn't clearly answer it for me. Like if Bryan picks in the first 10 seconds, is it then my 2 hour window starts?
No,
right then and there, or do I have to wait for Bryan's 2 hour window to like just this clock itself out for 2 hours, even though he picked in the first 10 seconds?
Or could Sean initiate it? Like he would be notified, hey, you're on deck. Bryan's made his pick. Would you like to start your 2 hours now or something?
No, it's not like would you start. It's you're picking now. Bryan selected blah, blah. It says the text message, Bryan selected this pick. It's your pick, and then the clock runs and you log in and say, oh, I have 7 minutes have gone by. So technically we could finish the draft in like 1 day if everyone was
if people are making their picks fast, the draft will go faster.
That's why I was wondering is we could set it for like a multi-day, but if everybody, if it works like basically that, the person's, time, like it doesn't go for the full, like the way I'm thinking about it, if we set it for that time period, and I make my pick within the first 2 seconds, that's like 8 to 10 was Bryan's pick time, and now 10 to 12 is going to be Sean's pick time. Like, this like segmented like breakdown like throughout the day. That feels like it would take forever. Like it just makes much more sense to me. Like if I were to make my pick in the first 10 seconds, then either Sean's time would start, or it would be like Sean can initiate his time to start.
Like the NFL draft, like it says the pick is in. If the clock stops, if they pick, and then the clock starts again. So you can log in and be like, oh, I have 6 people before me. And then you're like, okay, I'm going to go fuck around for an hour. And you log back in and you're like, oh, shit, I have 2 picks away. Like, I'm going to pick. And then you kind of get an idea of who's been picked.
But then, so in that case, it wouldn't necessarily go for the full, like, 2 hours. Like, Bryan's at 8 to 10, Sean's at 10 to 12, Chris is at... So it literally would just
schedule like that.
Okay, yeah. So it would immediately the time would immediately end once the pick was made.
Yes.
Yeah, and then if you want to wait your 2 hours, you can. Like it just gives that person like, oh shit, he's doing something. Maybe he'll have some time in 2 hours.
No, I guess I would
pick or set your auto pick.
Okay, and this is where I would want to ask Chris, because he was he's a commission, his dynasty. Like, is that even possible to set this multi-day?
No, he's not.
Wait, I thought you were. I thought you had commish powers in your.
No, for his keeper.
Thank you.
Oh my God! God damn it! Thank you, Sean, for paying attention.
What's your question?
Yeah, what's your question there, Bucko?
My question is the idea of the multi-day draft, where then immediately you make your pick and then the next time will just start. Is that like a setting or something that we can control inside of Sleeper?
Not a setting.
No, I don't think so. I think it would just like so I was just looking at the settings in Sleeper, and the picks like length, you can go up to 24 hours.
Jesus.
Like time per pick. So you can set it for 2 hours. You can set it for Anywhere from like.
Can you do
3 minutes.
different time per round? Like, the first round is like, an hour. Okay.
Ooh, that would have been nice to make the
end of the draft go quick.
Go ahead. Right.
Yeah. But we can do something like where we go like 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour, 8 hour. Whatever.
How long do you, like, realistically, for you two guys that have played, how realistically long do you think you really need to make your pick? Like,
Well, then just pick. Like, I like the 2 hours.
Yeah.
Like, it gives you a time to be like, okay, I got to get back to the house and pick, or like I can finish something and do that.
It's like, it's like a life buffer if like you just happen to be right in the middle of something or whatever.
All right. Well,
or you could set aside the 2 hours on one day to do the draft.
I know, right?
Yeah, because it's not going to like. It does look a little scary when they see the draft say like there's like 25 rounds or whatever like that.
Right.
Trying to get that like figured out as to why it says that. But yeah, so I'll have to like do some research and see what we can do, because it allows you to set up the draft boards like separately. So where you can have rookies only and then vets only. You can do a mix like of all the players available.
Mm-hmm.
But which would make sense. Like if I had that setting selected, then I would be like, okay, then fine. It's a 24 round draft or whatever,
Right.
But like since they give you the option to split it up, I don't know why it's not picking up the split up settings. I don't know.
So, all right. So it sounds like this is definitely worth it to just put it on out there to see if anybody would be, or if everybody, everybody would be available for one day, just knock it out all at once. And then if there's any doubt, I guess then we go.
Then we'll just do it as
a multi-day.
So like multi-day. I feel like that's the best way to do it.
Okay. So Sean, do you have any issues with using the same?
No, I can take that on.
Okay.
I've learned a few things. I have to make it so there's one submission per person, and I'll see who actually submitted based on their emails.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then the question. So we got the first question, and then the second follow-up question would be, if you can do it in one day, when would that be? Is that a weekday? Is that on a weekend? And then
I'll figure out the right way to try to ask that question to try and capture the right info.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So there's one more question about the draft, though. Are we feeling okay about just this whole last part of the conversation?
Yeah. No. I think putting it out there to everybody in a survey question, I think that's a good way to go, and we'll see what everybody says.
Okay. And this next question, maybe just here's another question I could throw in the survey, but I've been reading about ways to try and make the draft, as fair as possible. And a lot of people out there, and this is on like fantasy football Reddit threads and all that kind of stuff, but a lot of people are advocating that the third round reversal setting was a way that made their draft a lot more fair, so that it wasn't just like the people who get the first few picks and they get like the strongest, like it kind of makes it so that if you have a later draft pick, like everything kind of starts to get a little bit more fair because it reverses the draft order in starting in the third round. Have you guys heard about that?
No, wait. So are you saying that unlike a regular snake draft, like it would go 1 through 10 and then not flip in the second round?
No. So it would be regular snake for the first 2 rounds.
Okay.
But then once the third round starts, the pick number 1 now becomes pick number 10. So like it flips the entire order of the draft through the rest of the draft from then on out.
So does it stay that way, or does it go does it keep changing every
like 2 rounds? It stays that way through the rest of the draft. Yeah, because what it's saying is like if you have an early draft pick, you're kind of benefiting in the first 2 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
And then to try and alleviate some of that, it makes it so that those people then have to wait longer, for their third picks and beyond.
So
I don't know. I'm probably not explaining it.
So wait. So if you pick first,
then you'd be picked 20,
and then you
in the second round.
Pick 19th.
19th.
The second. Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
second round. 19th. It's like overall picks. You pick 1, and then you get 19th, and then you get 39 and 40. So otherwise, on the flip side, if you are pick 10, you get pick 10, 11, and 21. So it's versus that. So it's pick 1, 19, and 39 versus 10, 11, and 21. Do you see the difference?
It might be something that is worth just Googling and reading about real quick. And I'm just bringing it up because I can't believe how much I've been seeing it come up when I've been researching like tips for dynasty startup drafts. So many people are like, we did the third round reversal and it made the draft like feel so much more fair. Like it wasn't as advantageous if you got pick number 1, and it wasn't as disadvantageous if you got pick number 10.
Gotcha. Well, I don't have. I guess that'd be something that I want to read about, but I think that's
more
a good
putting it out there.
Yeah, that's a good one to put out there as well.
For consideration. Like we don't have to do it, but it was just came up so much that I was like, I don't know. Feels like it's worth looking into.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. Or I just like
we can look into it.
Like the idea of looking into it, putting that one out there as well. So maybe we'll have this little follow-up survey for everybody.
I can put it as I'll put it as a question, and I'll even like link to like an explanation.
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Do that.
It'd be perfect. Okay, so more or less we've gotten through a lot of discussion in regarding the survey results, some of the rules, the draft settings and stuff like that. What about actual dates? Like, so we were talking that, the 22nd of August, that is going to be our actual draft. We're going to be having for the redraft league, and then we're going to be doing the rookies then. So we're thinking sometime in August, like the 2 weeks or before that. I don't think we're going to try to get something done before the end of July, are we?
Probably not.
Yeah.
We're already, by the time this rolls out and half the league listens to it and some don't, we're getting to the end of July. So probably in like the first couple weeks of August, see if there's either a day that everybody can do a virtual dynasty draft, or if not, then we just have to get the draft started,
Gotcha.
sometime.
So
have enough lead time before the 22nd, so we're not butting up against that.
Seems like August 1st is a Saturday. So I guess maybe if only people said that they wanted to do, however we decide to split up the draft, but if some people are only available on the weekends, then we only have really those basically August 1st, August 2nd, August 8th, August 9th, and the 15th and 16th, and that's really it before our actual draft. So
if it has to be a weekend,
Well,
so,
no, that's what I'm saying. If it has to be.
We won't be able to figure it out, but I think we can all agree that we'll have to do it in sometime in August and have it completed before the 22nd, so that opens up us being able to do the rookie draft on the 22nd.
Do you guys have any particular preferences on, doing even all at once on a weekday or a weekend? Or any thoughts? Like if that was the way we went?
I'll figure out a way to make it work.
Okay.
I could do either way.
Yeah, I could do either way too. Doesn't really matter.
I should be able to do either way as well. But yeah, again, so Chris, how many rounds did you say there were? 25 or 24?
It says 24 now because I changed the taxi squad to 4.
To 4. Okay, so 24 rounds. Man, that's a big draft. Wow.
Wait, is it that big though? Because I'm looking at the offensive spots, and I added those up, and that adds up to 9. And then if you do the 10 bench spots, so it's 19, I think.
Yeah, 10. Oh, yeah, I got to remove the defense. There's the defense.
Okay, so the defense, we've got 8 bench spots, we're saying, right? And then 4.
No, 10.
10.
Is that what we said? 10?
Yeah, that's what most people.
Oh, you're right. That is what we. Okay, sorry. Yep, you're right. Okay, so 10.
So 1 quarterback, 2 running back, 3 wide receivers, a tight end, and 2 flex.
2 flex.
Plus cool. 9 of those plus 10 bench spots is 19.
And then plus 4. So we're talking what, 23? 23 rounds?
23.
Well, we're not drafting the 4 taxis.
Oh, good point.
Later.
Good point. So okay.
So our main draft would be 19 rounds then.
Wow. Okay.
If that math is mathing.
Yeah. Make sure you draft 4 quarterbacks to trade.
One other thing I thought I thought it was probably good for us to bring on up in regard to not just the date, but because we're not going to be in person, and do we know how we want to do or decide the very first draft order?
For the in general for Dynasty?
Yeah, in general. Like, and because I guess this would also be a question where, if the way we said it, does that carry over to the rookie draft, or are we flipping it or something like that? Like if somebody who drafted number 1 overall for the main draft, do then, the person who drafted 10 for this first year, at least, because I think we all were in agreement that we wanted to do the each season's it's based on place is where you're going to draft the very next year.
Right.
But for this very first year, is that something that we'd have a good way to figure on out? Because I'll be honest, I absolutely hate when we used to do just before we came up with the auction method. I used to hate logging in to find out how badly you got fucked in the goddamn, random roulette of whatever the computer decided.
Did you hate that?
I hate it. Like, I will say I had so much fun when we were doing the live drafts, when we were watching horse races or fucking goddamn like WCW, wrestling matches, to see who ends up deciding.
More fun machine generated.
Exactly. At least I feel like I have some sort of a stakes. Like maybe I can sort of like magically will it to go my way, even though obviously it is still the machine deciding. But dude, just logging on in to find out, God damn it, I'm picked, whatever, randomly decided by the machine.
We should just do another like horse race type thing or something like that. Like we can do that way ahead of time too.
For both of them, fuck it.
For what? Both rookie and the main one.
Yeah, just be like the main one, do like the random, and then the horse race, and then like do like another horse race for the rookie, just to like say fuck it, it's just random.
Okay.
I mean, how fucking shitty would it be though if the same person somehow magically gets first twice though? Like that's kind of a fucking punch to the face for everybody else right there.
Personally, I would think that maybe a safe way to play it would be if we just have some way to decide, the main draft, and then the rookie draft is just the reverse.
Right. That's kind of what I was thinking, but that was just a theory.
Idea.
Just to maybe feel like a little bit of fairness. Okay, so maybe you got fucked in your placement for the main draft, but hey, you've got, your pick of the litter when it comes to the rookies for your taxi or, to be promoted or whatever.
If we did that, though, I'm just going to throw the wrench in it now. I feel more strongly against third round reversal if we did that.
That makes sense as well. Yeah, like throw that out the window because you've got the rookie draft that kind of makes up for you having
there's no
a later rounds regular. Yeah.
Okay.
Agreed.
Interesting.
Okay.
There's some good discussions going on with this podcast, guys.
There's too many fucking. We just got to get this damn thing started so I don't have to make so many fucking decisions.
Well, can I throw in some quick NFL trivia? Which tight end in his first 5 years got 1 touchdown his rookie year, 2 touchdowns his second year, 3 touchdowns his third year, 4 touchdowns his fourth year, and 5 touchdowns his fifth year?
I feel like I heard that on a podcast, but I can't remember who it was.
I have no idea. It can't be a good one if they're only getting like 2.
Jermichael Finley.
No, Chris, it's one of your favorites. Of the tight ends that you talk about.
What? Chris? What tight end does Chris talk about?
I've heard him talk about it before.
Oh wow!
Is it the one that you drafted? Is it the one that you got fucked with, Chris, last year? The one where the Autobots like forced you into fucking taking?
Sam Laporta.
Sam Laporta.
It's a close guess, but no. Secondly, for your second trivia.
Wait a minute, are you gonna answer the question, or
you're gonna answer the?
Yeah, they're related. Which tight end got 1 touchdown his first year, 2 touchdowns his second year, 3 touchdowns his third year, and then he hasn't played after that. So there's 2. The first one did it for 5 years. The second one did it for 3.
Dude, I don't know on either.
Fuck. Yeah, I can't even take a guess.
The first
Eric
one.
Ebron.
No, the first one is Kyle Pitts. He just got an extension for $34 million for 3 years. He did it. He got 5 touchdowns, and each year he got more touchdowns.
That's really bad, though. That's really fucking bad.
And just weird.
As hyped of a player that he is, that it literally took his 5th year to get
5 touchdowns.
5 touchdowns. Yeah, that's for an offensive tight end. That's pretty bad in my opinion.
And then Bretton Strange did it for the 3 years.
Who?
With the second one. Bretton Strange.
Who?
I don't know who the fuck that is.
That's the right response.
Well, that's the guy I used to talk about. No, I'm just kidding.
Used to talk about Kyle Pitts.
Yeah.
Okay, so a few things that we want to get out in this survey that we're talking about. We've gone on over. There was some also the redraft league conversation. Sean, you were saying that you had some ideas about the what you were thinking about doing for this rule this season.
Yeah. Do you guys want to get into that now?
Yeah. I gotta step out for really quick, but yeah, go ahead and get that combo started.
Load the cannon, Bryan.
Boom, boom. All right, be right back, guys.
Okay, so nothing too crazy that I'm really thinking about so far, but essentially I want to remove the redundant bonuses for every position because QBs, wide receivers, and running backs all have that. I want to kind of try to beef up running backs a little bit to try and get them a little bit closer to how powerful the wide receivers have been in our league, especially last year. I feel like running backs kind of took a back seat to wide receivers, so trying to just bring that a little closer together. And I don't know what it is about, I feel like I did this last time when I was commissioner, but I want to try and bring tight ends a little bit more into the mix this year, not just because why not, but I think there are a few more tight ends that are starting to get like a little bit exciting in the league. And I feel like the more offensive options that there are, it's kind of the more fun the league is. So for QBs, we're going to get rid of the 50-yard TD bonus and the 40-yard TD bonus because they're just redundant. And then I want to remove also the pick 6 penalty that they have. They already get penalized for the interception I don't feel like they need to get penalized for the pick six because it's not really like they didn't do that. It just kind of happened. So getting rid of that. For running backs, get rid of the 50-yard TD bonus, but still keep the 40-yard rushing TD bonus. But then I want to increase the bonuses that running backs get for going 100 yards or more or 200 yards or more. I want to bump both of those up to 2 points. So, like, if a running back does have a really good running game, which it doesn't happen that often. I was kind of trying to look back a little bit, and it's like it doesn't happen that much where running backs go over 100 yards on the ground, but it's just kind of exciting when they do. And I want to reward a little more for those running backs that happen to have those like really big ground game performances because like they fucking scampered and earned those yards. For wide receivers,
if they got two, so just to be clear, can I interrupt? Questions or should I wait?
Yeah.
So just to be clear, if a running back gets 200 plus yards, they get a +4.
Yeah, they'll get a +4. They'll get 2 and 2 for each of the 100-yard bonuses.
Okay.
Wow.
That's so rare though. Like that maybe happens like a couple times per season.
God, but you're going to be dead when they do it to you. They're going to squish your fucking team so quick.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. That's what I'm trying to do. Like I'm trying to reward these like absolute gem performances to where it really reflects in our fantasy scoring as well.
Nice.
At least do we still have the median or no?
No median.
No median.
You're saying no median? Wait,
fuck the median.
What do you mean no median?
So we're gonna get punished by those running backs.
Hold on.
Against them.
Wait, Chris, why are you saying it so definitively?
Because fuck the median.
I think we gotta do another vote. We gotta do another vote on the median because
median vote.
Well, how else are we supposed to do that?
Didn't you introduce the median?
I introduced the idea of it. Or are you talking to me or Chris?
I thought Chris introduced it.
No.
I think I did. I think I brought it up as an idea, and Chris, you had already done it in one of your leagues. So again, you were like, tell us how it works, and then we voted on it, and enough people said, sure, let's do it. So we did it. But I thought the idea was like, hey, let's put it to another vote for next year and see if people still want to do it.
Sure makes Monday night exciting.
Oh, is this a median conversation?
Yeah.
I will say.
We know Chris is very anti-median.
Dude, I don't blame him because I will say I absolutely agree that it absolutely made Monday night like must watch. Because like your whole week was possibly depending on this. But man, that's a brutal setting. That really, it really does feel like that like really weighs out. Like, dude, Joey would have had a totally different start to his season if he wasn't, like constantly losing, against the median.
Oh yeah.
Like
he was 0-10.
Yeah, dude.
He would have been 0-5. That's still not good.
Well, wouldn't he? He would have been 5-5, wouldn't he?
I don't know. I can't remember how everything shook out.
Yeah, because it's like you're basically playing 2 games a week. You're playing against your opponent, and then you're also playing against the league average.
But he was 0-10.
So if he was 0-10, he'd be 5-5.
And he would have been no. He was 0-10 with the median.
Yeah, that's with.
Last year Joey was 0-10 because in the first 5 weeks because we had the median, but he would have been if we didn't have it. He would have been 0-5 in the first 5 weeks.
Right.
Anyway.
I definitely think it's like easier to climb back with the median than without.
Yeah, I don't really care either way. If we did a vote, I would probably vote for it. Just I don't know because I'm a sucker for continuity, but. I don't really care either way.
Well, maybe we do it again. Maybe we
hard.
Maybe we put it to a vote because I will say that while I did find it fun, to have it for that one particular year, it was a really tough addition. And I don't know how I would feel about it moving forward. I'd be curious.
Right. Well,
I'd be curious to see.
I think we have to put it. I don't see how we can not put it to a vote because it's kind of classified as like a league decision, not just like commissioner. So that is what we. No, it wasn't. It wasn't just a commissioner like, oh, let's just do it. Like we did vote on it last year as a league.
Yeah.
What I should have put on.
Yeah,
before
I'm
I left.
staring right at it. It's 7 votes to 2.
Yeah. So, but people's opinions have obviously changed. So maybe, maybe we don't do it.
That's a good another question for the ballot. Now you got 3.
Yeah, we got one redraft survey. Okay, well, so for wide receivers, removing both the 50-yard TD bonus and the 40-yard TD bonus, that's pretty much it with them. But there still is a 40-yard reception bonus, so I am keeping that. So at least there is like a bonus when you get a big play. It's just not like
and 50
too redundant. No, just a 40-yard.
Okay.
Because it was like if you got a 50, you would get the 50, but you'd also get the
40. Right. So it'd be like you're doubling up on the points.
Yeah, I don't know who was commissioner, but no, I'm just kidding. And then
shots fired.
For tight ends, I want to make it a 1.25 PPR for tight ends specifically.
That's interesting.
I mean, it's nothing too crazy, but if it like if it puts a few more tight ends into play and maybe gets people gambling to put them in their flex spots, again, it's just like it's more options, more tinkering. I'm all about like creating some tinkering decision making.
I'm actually curious. Hold on. This is where AI is going to come into play. I need to find this out. I want to know if there were any 1,000-yard receiving tight ends last year, because I feel like the league has been moving away.
Yeah, probably. What's his name on Arizona?
Oh yeah.
Bryan.
McBride. Yeah. But I was, while you were gone, Bryan, I was just saying there's a few more tight ends that are starting to come up that are, like catching people's eyes as far as drafts and stuff like that. So we've really, we've kind of had the like push tight ends to the side in our league because we don't even have a dedicated tight end spot. And it's sometimes like hard to think, I'm going to put a tight end in my flex over some wide receiver or like a backup running back or something. So
give them a little bit more,
giving them more a little sway. It kind of feels more like here's a little more juice to gamble with if you'd so please.
So just to follow up on that question, according to AI, it was exactly one tight end that got over 1,000 yards, and that was Trey McBride. 126 catches, 1,239 yards, which apparently set a new single-season receptions record for tight ends in NFL history.
Oh yeah, that's
I didn't know about.
Right. So somebody like Trey McBride, that like obviously boosts his value a little bit more, but like he's already rostered 100% of the time anyways, but it's more of like there are some other kind of like tight end 4, 5, 6 guys where they would never make it onto one of our rosters in the past, but like now you might be making a temptation decision because the receptions are worth a little more now.
Yeah, no, that certainly makes sense. And just so for if anybody wants to know, it was Kyle Pitts and Travis Kelce were the two that came up behind. 928 yards for Pitts and 851 for Kelce.
Yeah, last year was a fucking shit year for tight ends overall. Like it was Trey McBride and then everybody else.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it plays out this year. So I'm definitely not opposed to that at all. I think it'd be interesting to see how it plays out.
Bryan,
and then lastly,
you missed the running backs.
What was the running back?
Sean kept 2 points for 100 yards and then another 2 points for 200 yards.
That's fine. I mean, I honestly, I think the running back performances to me are always usually the most impressive. Like I don't know, did we decide that like wide receiver getting 100 yards, like that's like nothing. Wide receiver getting 200 yards,
Right.
I think is actually kind of something. Like I wouldn't be opposed to some wide receiver having like a 200-yard game, them getting like 2 points. Or 1 point or
That's
whatever.
the idea that I was thinking of, where like wide receivers have been so much more powerful lately in our league. I mean, they're just catching the ball more than running backs are. So I'm trying to like find a little way to try and juice up really good running back performances that isn't just like dump off passes all the time, but like if a running back guts it out for 100 yards or even 200 yards, like they're going to get juicier bonuses for that compared to if a wide receiver goes off.
Yeah, no, that's just
yeah. And then lastly, I'm definitely trying to nerf the defensive scoring. Sorry, Chris, but so nothing like I don't know how much it'll affect, but so there's a few categories that I do want to reduce down. So like the 3 and outs, instead of that being 2 points, now it's just 1 point. Fourth down stops, same thing, going from 2 points to 1 point.
Okay.
I want to remove the forced punt score. Like it used to be a point, but it was kind of already covered.
Yeah, if you're getting like
a
3 and out or
down
fourth down stop. Yeah, exactly.
For the most part, it didn't always happen like that, but it kind of did get doubled up a lot with one of the other ones. So I'm just like, yeah, let's just get rid of that. And then the only other thing was points allowed 28 to 34. Let's see. Oh, making that a -2 instead of a -1. So just hurting a little bit more. Because there were a few times last year I noticed where like a defense would let up, let's say 34 points, where it's like, God damn, that's a lot of points to let up. But they still had like a 37-point week because they accumulated so many other points. So not that this really does too much with that, but just a little kind of just poke it down just a little bit.
And what are you thinking for the basic, like interceptions, fumbles, things like that?
I think the same stuff, like interceptions 2, fumble is 2. I'll have to go and double check everything.
Do we still have
the fumble recovery? The fumble recovery.
Was that one?
I'll have to check that. Yeah, I need to go check that one. Just make sure it's not like too redundant.
-2 to the player, +2 to the defense.
I mean, it should be that way, I think, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to fuck around, I don't want to do this, but the no taxis in the redraft, right?
What? What do you mean?
I didn't even think that would be an option.
I think it's an option, but it's like in the back of my mind, and
there's no taxi in the redraft.
There's no taxi in the redraft?
I don't think we've ever had anything like a taxi.
There's no taxi in the redraft, Nick.
But I think you can do it.
I'm sure we could. I just like why would we want to? Is that because I feel one of the big things
hold more guys.
Well, yeah, but the big thing about our league, our redraft league, is how important the waiver wire is. So if we're giving excuses for people to hoard more players, it's going to be slim pickings like all the time. Like I don't know. I feel like making that those waivers as filled as possible is definitely the best way. I mean, so what are we doing for bench spots? Is it staying 6?
So here's the thing I'm thinking of. I don't even know. I thought I heard about it somewhere and I liked the idea. It would be removing the 6th bench spot, but adding IR eligibility if you have a player that's ruled out for a week. So you still kind of have that 6th slot if you have a guy who just is ruled out for a week, and you can put him on your IR. He's not actually on the IR, like technically, in the NFL rules, but you can put him there. And so you can still like pull in a fill-in for the week and have that added ability. But in my mind, it kind of reduced the amount of hoarding of simply just having 6 spots where people just end up living in those 6 spots sometimes. So I don't know. It's just something I was thinking about that.
How many IR are you going to give us for that scenario?
To be 1, right? The regular IR and then the regular IR and then give us some more.
That's a good. No, it's honestly a good question. I don't know the answer right now. I hadn't really considered like, well, we already have like 1 regular IR spot. So would this be like an additional IR, or is it just opening up the IR where you can put a person who's just simply out for a week and use that IR if you have it open? I don't know. Hadn't quite thought that far ahead, but it's just something that I was like kind of just thinking about in my mind.
Oh my God. If you take a bench spot from us, I do not want the hospital squad, just stinking up the bench. Like 5 bench spots is not a lot, and it's going to be a whole hospital bed. Give me more IR spots for the week. Like give me like 3 to move those.
Well, so with all the IR,
you better fucking draft some stronger players, Nick.
I know. They all got leg injuries, man.
Well, so yeah. So I guess another question would be is if we went through with something like this, like having would we still keep the IR that's only, actual designated IR?
I think we would. I think it would I think if anything, it would open up like a second. Well, I don't know. Nah, I have to think through this more. I feel like there's too many implications here, but I don't know. I'm always just kind of thinking in my mind of like, how can we make it so that people just aren't hoarding, essentially? And I don't think it's a huge issue, but it's just like that thought just
I think the nerfing of the defenses is going to be big because we're not going to be having people who literally have like 3, plus defenses on their teams. Like I feel like in some cases we saw last year. But yeah, dude, losing it. I'm with Nick. Like losing a bench spot is going to be, oof. I feel like I don't know if I've talked to you about it, Sean, or if it was Nick or Chris or who, but dude, the days of the 5 bench spots, like that was tough. That was really tough.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's just an idea. I hadn't really come to any firm conclusion on it, but it was just an interesting idea.
We like ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah. But overall, that's pretty much the gist of what I'm thinking is just get rid of some of those redundant bonuses, try to boost up running back, like good performances a little bit, and then nerf the defenses to where they're still valuable, but not so much as they were last year.
Sounds good.
Yeah. But the window is still open for me to make some tweaks here. So,
we're going to put that
closing.
Yeah. Are you going to get opinions from the people? You going to put that one on the ballot too?
Is that a decision?
No. Fuck no, dude.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Well, here's the thing. The window is always open for people to fucking throw ideas out. I don't think there needs to be like, okay, guys, I'm commissioner and I'm making my final decisions. Like, speak now or forever hold your peace.
You're Lord Farquaad, bro.
Yeah, exactly. No, dude, if people fucking
some of you may die.
Really give a shit, they'll fucking throw it out. If they don't, then they won't. But that's it. I'm not gonna go chase down anybody's opinions.
That's fair. I mean, in this sense, you are, God, so to speak. This is your choice to be able to make the rules the way that you want them to be.
Yeah. So. When's the last time God came to you and asked you if you need anything? Dude, probably never.
When is that going to happen? Like, that would be nice. Like, I would love, fucking giant stack of fucking cash or golden toilet seat. That would be great. Okay. So along with the rules, the redraft rules, the other thing I think we had mentioned, wanted to try to maybe talk about a little bit. No, don't have to go into crazy details, but the actual day of the redraft league draft and doing the the rookie draft as well. So for the draft itself, like, so Nick, what time are you thinking that you want everybody, showing on up? I mean, I feel like in the past we've had people, have gotten there like a little bit earlier, and stayed on over, but not everybody's going to be able to make it. So, what time do you think we'd actually want to do the draft, especially if we had to fit another one in?
So we have 8 people, and those names are Sean, Chris, Bryan, John, Nate, Will, Joey, and not Misha. Misha and Phil are the only ones.
Only 2 that can't make it.
8. Yeah, so it's kind of up to what everyone wants to do. I think people like a 2 o'clock draft. But keep in mind that we are going to do rookies. So
yeah, so I feel like we're going to need to do it a little bit earlier than we normally would, because we have to fit in this extra draft.
Because of the remote people. Because, if everyone's over there, we could just do whatever we wanted.
I mean, that's true.
Because 2 people need to be, like, on board that they're going to clock in at that time and draft a couple people.
And I feel like we would need a little bit of a break between the 2 of them, right? I mean, I know the rookie draft is not going to take as long, but I don't think we would want
4 rounds. That should probably be pretty damn quick.
Yeah.
Probably take like 30 to 40 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was thinking we'd draft at like, I always say 12, but that never happens because we go to Costco in the morning. So I would let's shoot for 1 o'clock redraft. 6:30 rookie.
Okay.
Something like that.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
I mean, I think this is more of a question for the 2 guys that are not going to be there, because just like you said, like everybody who's going to be there, for the most part, they're going to be there till pretty late in the evening, so they can, do whatever. Yeah, exactly. Do any time, but
let me ask you guys this: how do you feel about an auto-drafted rookie?
No, I don't like that at all.
None at all?
None at all. Not at all.
Why would anyone like that?
I'm just trying to, give people
He's like,
an opportunity. Yeah.
I just like the idea of a lottery ticket, Nick.
Well, I'm just making it like...
That's what redraft is for.
If these remote guys can't make a certain time, like maybe they just set them for whatever, but...
Well, if the rookie draft is only going to take, like a short amount of time, I mean, I like the idea of space between the 2 of them, but there doesn't have to be like a huge amount of space. Like, we don't need like 2 or 3 hours. Like, I would say I could even do like, the main draft ends and like an hour later we go ahead and just finish it up with the rookie draft or something. Give people time to step away, get something to eat, or whatever they need to do.
We just knock it out.
Yeah. I mean, because I feel if we've got people who are remote, we can't ask these guys to like set aside 8+ hours of time.
I mean, I got to be honest. Like a rookie snake draft that's 4 rounds, like I could see that taking like 20 minutes.
Yeah. No, I don't think it would take
that crazy to think
all.
It could be that fast. Like. There's just not that many options to pick through.
Yeah,
What'd you say?
It's not a snake draft for the rookie draft.
Wait, what?
What is it?
Yeah, it's a standard draft, NFL style.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I don't even know what that means.
I would actually think if we do the reverse in the main draft, that we could do a reverse in the.
So you might have to manually set the first one then, Chris. Because if we're gonna pick the opposite, rotation, we might have to just set manually and then continue on with standard the following year, something like that.
Yeah, it'll definitely have to be like, because it'll be like based on how you finish in the draft.
Yeah, and I think that is
the league.
for every year from now would be how it would be, but for this very first
I
rookie
guess I was
draft.
Only thinking about the first year.
Oh, okay, interesting.
I was only thinking about this. About this year.
The future setting.
Yeah, I absolutely agree that the way the rookie draft should go is based on your placement for that season.
For 100%.
100%.
Moving forward, no question.
Yeah.
So we have to keep it. We have to keep it that way, like the standard NFL draft. But we might have to manually set the picks for the first one.
Can we not really change the settings like each year? Is it like once we set it, it's like that's exactly how it's going to be?
I don't know if you should fuck with that. Yeah.
Yeah, you shouldn't really fuck with the settings on the Dynasty League.
But so can we do the manual adjustment? Like if we, for instance,
it
like
doesn't lock you out of anything. Like you can like still do settings. But it's just like seems like you shouldn't be, manipulating the rules and stuff throughout the Dynasty League.
I agree. I feel like you have to make future settings, and then if you need to make some manual edits, do that instead of doing the opposite.
But we could, we could do the manual edits though, right? If we set it for standard, but we need to readjust the draft order based on horse races or whatever, just for this 1 year, like we have that ability, right?
I think so.
I mean, we also probably have the ability to like do the draft almost entirely manually to however we want, and then like a commissioner just goes in and just puts those people on people's teams. But that's just also a lot of extra work.
Yeah,
that's what 40
that's true, Sean. That's a good
point.
Have to put in. Yeah. Didn't John do that? He took $1 from everyone 1 year and did that?
I don't remember that.
Okay.
I don't know.
I feel like he did 1 year. I can't remember what that was, but he took $1 from everyone to set stuff up.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I don't remember giving John any of my money.
John.
Okay.
Well, yeah, good question.
So, all right. So, again, for that day, we're hoping we get, Nick was saying, like maybe around 1 o'clock, do our main redraft. Sometime later, I feel like I'm in agreement with Sean that it would go really quickly, a rookie draft.
Yeah.
In which case, I don't feel like we have to make it like a super long time after the first one would end. I was thinking, maybe like an hour would hopefully be enough time, but I don't know what you guys think.
I don't see why not.
It's nice to have like, a break. Like people usually just like hop in the pool and stuff like that.
Yeah, I was thinking like you stand up getting some food, or like just getting your face away from a screen for just a little bit of time, and then when clear off the whatever, shake it off, and then get back on.
I vote later, but whatever works.
What do you mean by later? Like later in the night?
Like starting it later, like to have more of a gap in between.
More gap. Yeah.
Like how much gap? Like a few hours? Like a couple hours?
Yeah, a few hours.
Like 6 beers later.
Yeah, basically. Like, okay, I'm gonna reset. Like take a step back, do something different.
I mean, I will say it probably does take about like 2 to 5 hours for everybody to put their goddamn stickers on the fucking board.
Right. Yeah.
That's for later in the night.
Yeah,
that's true.
That is a fun one. I wonder if we should have 2 of them, so people can put up their,
why not? We get 2 of them.
Whatchamacallit, their Dynasty League, along with the rookies that they just got.
Yeah, they're only $15 at one of those things.
God, that's so much roster baiting.
Dude, Nick wants to have that like left on up so that when everybody clears on out, dude, his neighbors are just going to see him in the backyard, just pleasuring himself, loving like, oh my God, look at all these rooks. Ah!
They got annoyed with that, so they built a high fence. But yeah.
Oh fuck. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, I feel like we got the main stuff for right now. I think we can hone in the last couple items as we get a little closer.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, the only thing I had left on my list was just wrap up topics, and I feel like we've more or less covered a lot of the a lot of the basis I think that we all wanted to talk about. Unless does anybody have any other things that we haven't brought on up on this cast that we should, or how you, what are you guys thinking?
I'm feeling good.
I'm feeling great.
I did all my trivia. So.
Yeah, Nick squeezed in his trivia. Okay, well then, then I think, like we said earlier, maybe get a tiny follow-up survey out for some of those questions. The honing down the dates for the actual Dynasty draft. Hopefully the survey will kind of answer like how we're going to do it, whether it be one day or multi-days, but, trying to really like lock that down. Sounds like, beginning of August is what we're thinking. And then come the 22nd, just figure out how to do the actual draft for those, couple guys that are remote, and, see what we can do to nail down an exact time for that, and a time for the rookie draft.
Perfect.
Yeah, I think
that's up, Bryan.
Yeah, well, just want to make sure we keep everything nice and concise, and obviously we appreciate. Oh shit, dude! I always forget about the goddamn soundboard. We got to make sure we get the golf clap in. Okay. Does anybody have anything else to say, or just want to say your farewells to everybody listening? Thank you to anybody who got this far. Hopefully.
2 hours.
We're at fucking trooper.
Yeah, we're at recording 1:30. So
Chucky.
Ooh.
Yeah, way to go.
That's perfect. Well, sick. We got 1 month to the dot until we're in person doing all this football shit IRL.
Man,
IRL.
I'm ready for this.
Thank you to my seasonal friends. I appreciate you listening seasonally. And I just want to put an ad out there for findmyfriends.com. So if you need more seasonal friends, go there.
I thought you were going to put a pumping up your Twitch channel. I was still putting my money down that last time.
No, someone tried to sell me some shit, and then she got on my Discord and got on my Instagram and my TikTok, and I just was like, I didn't want to buy anything, and I just felt bad, and so I don't enjoy video games as much when people are saying how shitty you are, actually. So I like playing games to myself, I think this crowd understands that, but yeah. Did you know that Stardew Valley is the only game that you can fuck and you can fish? So take that from what you see. You can't do that in Bloodborne or.
I'm surprised you can't do that in The Sims. Like you can't fish in The Sims.
Yeah. It's Stardew Valley.
Man, it's a great one.
Fish.
Yeah, but they don't show anything in Stardew. Just a baby appears, and it's like, are you fucking kidding me? With this
exactly how it happens in real life. I don't know what anything else.
And then you have to pay money after that. Do you have to pay money?
What money?
Or like farm? Do they take money from you that a baby?
No, I don't think they actually take any resources.
I don't think anything happens. I feel it's like it's
really?
just.
That's not realistic.
It's
just like there's this fucking baby there.
Yeah,
just like make you pay more potatoes, like the baby eats stuff or whatever,
It's just another thing you have to click on. Like you go run around the farm and pet all your animals, so you get little hearts on them, and then the more hearts that they get, the better that their food will be. Right? Isn't that right, Chris? Right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
fucking right.
I don't know what the baby produces, but that would be interesting if like you're supposed to pat the baby every single day to get yourself.
Yeah, it gives you a little fucking turd. It just shits out shit for you to clean up.
Yeah. It should be fertilizer. They should introduce that. Come on, concerned ape.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think there's a better place to end it than ending on Stardew talk. So I hope everybody, is having the having a good one. I'll make sure to try to get this out either tonight or tomorrow morning, so we'll have it for workday. Everybody be able to listen to. And again, thank you guys for all stopping by. Sean, Chris, Nick, you guys, thank you very much for taking some time out to hop on.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Cheers.
All right.
All right,
See
boys.
y'all.
Yeah. We'll catch you all next time.
Bye. Later.
Later.
Laters.